YouTube. Yes, sir. Sidebar activities, man. I'm wounded, man. Y'all drained me yesterday. Man. All that dunking. People don't underestimate. People don't understand how much energy you have to exert to continuously sit there and leap and dunk. You know, that shit takes a lot of stamina, endurance. Woo. Yeah, stamina, man. Sorry, bar. I do not promote smoking, but sometimes it is needed. Some people need coping mechanisms. Some people's coping mechanisms are different than others. Some people work out, some people burn out. I ain't no burnout. I'll find a little proper in between. My bad, I'm fixing something in my pocket, y'all. I'll find a proper in between, man. But I just wanted to tap in with y'all this morning and stress the importance of knowing your intrinsic value. Your intrinsic value. Yeah, man. You gotta know your value. You gotta know your worth. I just sit back and reflect, and I sit and think of where I'm at in life. And I'm not saying monetarily, materialistically, financially. I'm just saying in all totality, like where I'm at in life. And it's like, I'm undervaluing myself, man. For sure. I know my intrinsic value is way, way greater. I know my overall value is way, way greater than the level that I'm at right now. And I just be asking myself, like, what do I need to do to reach the next level? What do I need to do? Been through so much, did so much, been in so many places, seen so many things. It's like, what do we need to do to reach that threshold, to cross that threshold, to be on that next plateau? Because you just get tired of the same run of the mill, the over and over again. Like, this is just supposed to be life. No, fuck that. No. Just accepting something, that's like a goat just accepting their fate. Drop my lighter, yo. Big ass Costco lighter. A goat going to the slaughter accepted his fate with his chin held high. Like, I fought the good fight when the door is open right there and you can just run out that motherfucking door. Dumbass goat. You know why? Because goats don't know their intrinsic values. They're instinctual creatures. They're creatures of instinct. We're creatures of intelligence. Well, we're supposed to be. Social media has dumbed us down so much to the point where I believe goats might be quite sharper, slight bit sharper than humans. Yeah. Humans don't know their intrinsic value for sure. For sure. For sure. Not your worth. People, I'm worth so much more. People, I know my worth. Well, if you know your worth, then go get what you're worth. Know your value. What you bring. Net worth ain't shit. Net worth ain't shit. Net worth can't even be established without you being evaluated, without your financial portfolio and all your assets and everything being evaluated. You feel me? Got to start with value. I'm not saying that worth ain't nothing, but it starts with value. Just like principles, morals, values. That's where it starts at. Wherever you instill in your children, that's how they're going to be in the world and operate. Whatever they see in the house, that's what they're going to do out and about. Not always, because, sometimes the social media and sometimes the things, they see in the streets and on TV, television, and devices, they overpower what they learn at home, but that still comes down to parenting. How strong is your influence on your kids? How strong is your influence on your nephews, your nieces, the people around you, the people who you have influence over? If the internet can have more pull over your children, over your nephews, your nieces, and your loved ones than you, then it's like we've reached a point of degeneration. We're no longer evolving. We're devolving. Stagnant. We were stagnant 100 years ago. Yeah, we were stagnant 100 years ago. Now we're just going backwards. Oh, but technology is advancing. Yeah, the robot's gonna be feeding y'all motherfucking asses and changing y'all diapers until y'all 50 and 60. Yeah, because everybody wants to be pampered. Everybody wants to be pampered. Nobody wants to go out there and do the footwork, put in that sweat equity, man. Because they don't care about values. All they care about is the looks. They don't care about the value, the appraisal. They just care about the glance. Oh, as long as the house looks good on the outside, it's painted, the windows are done, you know, it's weatherized and everything. The inside thing blew out, you know. You got bed bugs. You got Southwest Louisiana, they get desert cockroaches and that mud crip walking all on your counters. You know what I'm saying? Cannonballs in your sugar, swimming in your cereal, drinking out your Capri Sun. Man, I'm telling you, that's what's wrong with the world today. Everybody care about how people see them, perceive them, and they don't even worry about how they perceive themselves. Shallow ass world, bro. Shallow world. Shallow Al wants a gal. That was a good ass, deep ass movie. I watched that movie so many times when I was incarcerated. Shallow Hal wants a gal. Say that 10 times. Shallow Hal wants a gal. Shallow Hal wants a gal. Shallow Hal wants a gal. But yeah, man. Value. Not just your value, the value of your loved ones, those around you. It's like, how can you be a queen? How can you be a king? And those under your care are out here behaving like peasants, you know? Or even your nephews, your nieces, your little cousins, they out here behaving like peasants, behaving like thugs, behaving like, you know, all this, and that, because it's like nobody knows their value. It's ignorance, but it's not ignorance. Because ignorance is when I guess it is ignorance. It is ignorance. But it's also neglect. It's a failure on the generations above them. It's a failure on, you know, the parents, the uncles, the aunts. It's a collective effort. And I'm not saying a failure as in all hope is lost, but it's just like they failed to instill those values in these children. You know? Because just like the preacher's kids, that prototypical, that ideal concept of the preacher's kids is always the worst, you know? And you see sometimes it rings true, sometimes it doesn't. But most of the time, the preacher's kids was the ones who was, you know, they'd be so decent in church. And as soon as they leave out the church, they let their hair down. What a drink at? Who got the weed? You know? Because they never get to get out and do nothing. Or so it seems. Who knows? They probably get to do whatever the hell they want. We don't know. That's between them and their parents. But at the same time, it's like, when do we take a stand? Like, man. And even it goes for like, even men. Like, men, a lot of men be quick to jump on they women and be like, oh, you know, the B ain't this, ain't that, ain't shit, ain't woo, woo, woo. But you got to remember that a woman is a direct reflection of her man. So if a woman ain't shit, 9 times out of 10, oh boy came right out that tree, fell down, not too far, you know. Probably hit a different branch, a branch with a lighter, you know, some albino leaves or something. Still the same tree. Fruit don't, you know, apple trees don't bore oranges, don't bear oranges. And plums don't bear peaches, you know. But yeah, these are the things I've been dealing with lately. It's like, what do I need to do to reach that next level? I know I need to be a better parent for sure. But I can't even be a better parent until I be a better me. I gotta delve within myself, take another journey within myself, man. Do some more introspecting, some more reflecting to see, like, really remember, understand who I am as a person, my value. You know, how can I provide the greatest service, the best service I possibly can, you know, to my children, to the people I'm, you know, the custodian over. Shit, it starts within. It starts within. We got to know our values. And if we don't know our values, then we got to go do some self-appraising, man. some readjusting, you know, some rebuilding, some revamping. Because it's time. 40s, mid 30s, 40s. No, I say 40s, from 40s to 50s. I see now as like a pinnacle in life, a height that's like, ooh, invigorated at your strongest. You know, this is gonna determine 20 and 30 years down the line, you know? Lord willing, if you're still breathing, you're still here, you're still alive and well, this is gonna determine where you are. What you do in your 40s is gonna determine where you're at in your 60s and 70s. So if you don't learn your value by then, man, pray for you. But for me, I think I gotta go do some reflecting, introspection. I wish I could be a hermit and run to the mountains. I wish I could run to the mountains and just go, you know, in seclusion. For sure I would for a month. No phones, no nothing. I would do it. On my daddy's soul, I would. On my daddy's soul, I would. For a month, no phones, no nothing, no kids, no diapers, no nothing, no ringing, no court, no lawyers, no bail bonds, no checking in, no taking pictures to show them where I'm at, even though I got a GPS monitor on my leg, no calls, no telemarketers, no scammers, no prankers, no none of that. Just liberation. Yeah, man. I did it before. I've been in seclusion. I've been in a cell. I've been in disciplinary isolation. 23 hours in the cell. Every day. Sometimes more. Sometimes I hold 24 if they're short of staff. Come out and get a shower and a phone call and that's it. No sunlight. What? You got no window to look outside, see no sun, no people, no pedestrians, no cars. Totally desensitized. You feel me? Like they do in the CIA, you know? The only thing that made the only difference was I wasn't waterboarded. Outside from waterboarding, man, I was deprived of everything, you know? The lights stay on, that you can't control, man. There's so much sleep deprivation, try to get you on medication, drug you up. You know why? So you can't be in control of your own vessel, man. Gain control of your own vessel. Regain control of your own vessels. Take over it. Rebuild it. Revamp. Reconstruct. Do whatever you need to do. Dust them blueprints off. Dust them plans off. Go hit up an engineer. Go hit up an architect. Do whatever you got to do. Get your establishment solid, man. And I'm not talking about your house. I'm talking about your vessel. Your being. Your essence. It's time to do some reappraising and reevaluation. And realize where it is where you want to be in life in the next 5 to 10 years. I think that's what I need to do. I'm gonna go ahead and use this little time away to, get myself right, y'all. Till next time, man. Y'all stay striving. Life is a gradual possession of trials and tribulations, you know, but there's so much beauty in the struggles. Because you learn so much and you get to evolve and elevate and bloom and blossom. You know? The tenacity of the roads that grew from the concrete. Mr. Tupac Shakur himself, you know, the tenacity. Because they had to fight through so much, break through so much in order to even just sprout, to reach the sunlight. You know, break through concrete. You know how hard it is to break through concrete, bro? Roads that grew from the concrete. Till next time, y'all stay woke. Y'all stay well. Y'all stay. I was going to say, never mind. Peace out.